Capricorn, how you doing? Good morning. So this is your reading. Good morning, Britain. Someone could be from Britain or called Brit or Brittany or Britney Spears or from Britain. I don't know, but anybody else also beginning with B. Okay, bed also. Because I'm hearing hungry eyes and I'm hungry and I want to go to bed. So I don't know what this is. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Some sort of shark. So that would be Jaws. So that could be a fish. It might be something to do around a Pisces. And I want to go to bed with a Pisces, or I want a shark or a shark bait. I don't know. It's like I'm debating, and someone's baiting, and probably a good master at debating as well, I would say. You're right, Capricorn. So, very strange messages straight away. So, if you haven't seen the channel before, we have to get to grips of what these messages are that may appear up in your energy, and then I channel it, and then we look at the cards for you, as you may know. But if you haven't seen the channel before, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries or a placement of that 4 as a Capricorn. You can watch this as a Gemini. Anywhere, a Capricorn, anywhere, doesn't matter. 6, life path 6, doesn't matter. Okay, y'all know, but if you don't, there's videos that explain it below. Okay, so that's that out of the way. So there is something here of like, well, we need to get this out of the way, is what I'm hearing. Like, we need to just get this over and done with and get it out of the way. So I don't know if there's some sort of communication or some sort of sexual erotic kind of thing that needs to be done first. Like, done, we need to do the deed, or done, something to do with Pucci or Stern, or done. And it's like, look, we need to get this done and we need to get this over with and we need to get this out of the way. Because it seems to be something that's in the way, but it's not in the way, but it is in the way. It's kind of like a meeting or a discussion. But then there's also, which I know it sounded very strange, in my head, but it sounded very strange because it was like this cryptic clue that I was coming up with. Like a cryptic clue that I know you and I've seen you, but you haven't seen me, but it's someone that's new, but it's not because I already know you. Now it's something around a Pisces because that would be a knot. Okay, and it's something like I've seen you and you've seen me. Okay, there could be quite a few people seeing people here, I don't know. Because I'm hearing, I've seen you, but you haven't seen me. Or I haven't seen you, and you haven't seen me. This is why. So this is something to do with M, Emily, Melissa, Maria, all the M's. Everybody. J's, M's, everybody. But I'm hearing, like, because I'm hearing Melissa, Maria, Emily, Emma, Emily, Emma. And then Melissa, Maria, Matilda, all of the M's. Michael, Michelle, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. So you're all up in here. Pucci and your son are all up in here. And then you've got like so many people that are all kind of like watching Capricorn readings, Gemini 6s. So I'm going to get a little bit confused. So hold on a minute, Gemini, Capricorn. You could be dealing also with someone that has Gemini in their chart or this placement of 6. And it's kind of like this energy of like, I've seen you, you haven't seen me. But it seems like internet dating, if I'm honest. And people that are all got like attractions to people that are on YouTube or on, I don't know. Because it feels like, because what my spirit keeps telling me is like, I've got my eye on you, right? I've got my eye on you and I've had my eye on you for a while, but I've got my eye on you, but you haven't got your eye on me because you haven't seen me and you don't know me. So it's a very weird message. And the only way I can come up with that is that people are forming connections of something of around internet. Now, even if it's kind of like, that, because they're saying that some of you could be like internet dating, right? Internet dating. And it's kind of like, which is why I always say that pictures are fake. Like normally this is why I don't go internet dating on websites of like Plenty of Fish and all that kind of stuff, because a picture will tell you one thing but a person will tell you the other. Okay, so it's kind of this very confused energy that you've got in here, maybe around a Gemini, of like if you was to go on an internet dating site and it would be like a blind date. Okay, and it's come up through all of the readings. So if you've been following the numerology and your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, it's been coming up through the readings, through the channel stuff, where I first started saying it was around Cilla Black. And it was an analogy of a story around Cilla Black. And there was a screen in front of it, and someone's voice was on one side, on the other side, and then Cilla Black would have a guest load of people, or one person here, and then 3 guys on the other side of which is the 3 could be a Pisces. And then one person on this side, and this would be a girl, and there would be 3 men, or there would be 3 women and 1 guy. And then Cilla Black and the person would call out and say, okay, so, and they would say just a few things about themselves, and then the person would have to eventually, after the show had finished, make a choice between 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but it was a TV program that was basically, your analogy of story is kind of like there's a screen of something that you haven't seen on the other side of it, but you've heard them or you've spoke to them, but you haven't seen them, but you've spoke, which means that you've not spoke on a fucking TV show, Capricorn or Gemini, or unless you are, but like you've spoke, but you haven't seen each other. Like you've spoke before, but you haven't seen each other. And that's what leads to a load of fear. Loads of fear and everything all come up, because normally when you keep speaking to someone, but you don't know who it is on the other side of a camera or the other side of a wall, you don't know who the person really is. So it's kind of like when you go dating or anything like that, or you meet anyone online, they can say that they are this, but then all of a sudden they are not. It's, you know, you meet someone and you kind of like, oh. So it's kind of like through the readings that I've been picking up, there was also another analogy of a story that seems to be in your one as well, which was around Michael Aspel, and it wasn't the Guinness Book of Records, I don't think. Not the Guinness Book of Records, unless you're from New Guinea or something like that, or New Guinea or Newcastle. But like, it was another kind of story of the same. It would be a bunch of people, but they would be a star, which would mean Aquarius and Leo sort of involved in this as well, anywhere. Eights is what you're looking for, eights. Dates with eights. So there's quite a few dates leading up with eights, Aquarian Leo energies. Now these could be dates and appointments of work, but they could also be setting up clients, and they could also be setting up possibilities of energy of a person if you are single. Okay, if you're single, you're kind of like networking, right? So those kind of energies are here, but we'll get back to that in a minute. But what they're also saying is through this TV show, it used to be a bunch of people, and one of them was like a famous footballer, or, you know, some of you are into famous rappers and stuff. But like, you know, but like, you know, they would be a star, blah, 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 and they would be called to come on, and they would sit there and they go, okay, David Swimmer, or like, I don't know, David Beckham or whatever. And he would sit there, and then it would be like, sorry, because I'm also picking up no income tax, no VAT, so something to do with Cancerian, number 7 also, because that would be Dave, all the D's, Danielle, Dave, fucking, I don't know, just D's, everybody, there's a D, right, Devil, Devi, right, just loads of people, right, and then you've kind of got that Evie, Steve, Stephen, right, hold on, it's coming, something's coming. See, I don't know what it is that's coming, but it's feeling like this ultimate nervousness of it coming. Now, I don't know if this is phallic, or if it's this feeling that everybody always gets, that it's approaching, which is like a Leo energy or Aquarian energy of like, it's coming, it's time, okay? Like, it's time to get this out of the way, okay? Because that was your first message. It's coming to that time where we have to get this out of the way. Whatever it is that's causing fear, there needs to be no fear of getting it out of the way. Now, that's normally seeing a person for the first time, okay? So that's fear. So then people can make their choice then, because you have to see people in order to be able to make your choice with any kind of connection. And I've said this constantly. You have to have an agreement of connection. You have to see each other. You have to physically speak to each other. You have to know each other, okay? And then you can make a choice. But normally when you make connections without seeing each other and all that kind of thing, fear grows. So the time goes, fear grows, and then you can build up a connection and a rapport of someone, and you can talk to them and everything can be really good, and then when you actually see them and meet them, that's when you make a decision. But if you've already built up that rapport of communicating but without seeing each other, then physically things are kind of like, well, now, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Is that logic to a lot of people? I don't know, but it's kind of like, you know, like say if you was on a dating website and you was talking to someone like for ages, and you was talking to them and you was talking to them and you was talking to them, but you never actually got to see the person on a date, you would physically have to see the person to go on a date to make a choice of whether you would continue. But the trouble is when it comes to internet-based connections of spiritual twin flame and stuff like that, loads of people, and people are famous for that, is that you can build up a connection of a person, and you can keep building up that rapport, and you can keep building up, or it's something to do around Leo, or something else as well, but like we're building up a rapport. So there really could be someone that's building up a report, okay, and they're going to report you, or you're going to report them, or Melissa, Maria, Matilda, or you're reporting something back to someone, I don't know, reporting news, or I don't know, coming back to them for like, okay, I've got something to tell you, I've got something to report back to you. I don't know if that's selling out and like going across one channel to another channel and then another channel of like, okay, I've got something to report to you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that is. But then it could be something to do around a Pisces, which would be a 10 of Cups. And I've got something to tell you, and I've got something to report to you, some kind of news that came up that was in another reading. You'll have to watch that one. So let's get on with the actual story of what's in your reading. So yeah, kind of like this accumulating energy of like building up and building up and building up and building up. Okay, we know each other, we spoke to each other, but we actually haven't seen each other to be able to connect in any way what this is. Okay, so it's kind of like that. I mean, you know, really, when it comes to that, you don't know people from the other end of the camera. Like, you know, you don't know where they are. Like, you know, the trouble is here, everybody sees me every fucking day, right? So it's kind of like that. Like, you see someone every day, or you're speaking to someone every day, night and day, something to do with Colin or Day. Sun and Moon, something to do with Leo and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let me get to grips with these messages. So the analogy is basically the same. Michael Aspel and the TV show. Okay, can you remember me back in 1956 when we said, and then he would go, who the fuck was that? And it was like an old school time friend or someone, I don't know, someone from their past. And they'd be like, you know, can you remember me back when I was like, and they'd have to sit there and think, who the fuck is that voice that's coming across in the speakers? And they'll say, do you not know yet? Like David Beckham? And he'd be like, no, I need a little bit more clue yet. Hold on a minute. Okay, so then when we were 16, we kind of like ran over and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Okay, what was that? Oh, no, I kind of think, hold on a minute, Sydney. Is that you from Australia? Right, or Cindy? But like, is that you? And then it'd be like, right, okay, you've had 10 guesses now. It's a bit like Guess Who as well, really. Does he have glasses? Does he not have glasses? What? Just like this unequivocal unknown of really what someone looks like. You've heard their voice, and you've spoke to them, but you don't know who they are. And I've said this guaranteed for fucking ages. You have to have face-to-face verbal communication to be able to make a decision. And until then, if you build up that much of a rapport by speaking, you don't know who people are. It's logic. 12:12 on the clock. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be dealing with someone also of Capricorn and also Gemini, because you would look at 3 and 3, 6. A life path 3 or a 3 somewhere, but I keep looking at 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So whatever 3s represent to you is going to be Pisces. Pisces. Even if you're a life path 3, you're going to relate to a Pisces. Okay, so there is something here around this. I've heard your voice, and these are also like people like, I don't know, people that are interested in like tarot card readers or stuff. Like, you know, you've seen their hands, but you haven't seen their face. Is also what I'm picking up, because I'm picking up mild cream, very liquid. So it's kind of like when hands that do dishes. Hannah, Pollyann, you're right, Pollyann, or Polly. You could be involved up in all of this. I don't know what this is for yet. Hold on, guys. We're going to have to get to grips with your messages. You've seen someone's hands. So the only way I can say that you've seen someone's hands is because they're a tarot card reader. Okay. So you've seen their hands. You may have seen their face, but you have no idea what the person is behind the screen. No idea. All of you, equivocally. I would piss you right off. I would piss you right off. Me, I'm honest. I bear my soul out who I am, physically. Okay. So, you know. But you get people that like to be seen but not heard, which means I like people to see me but not being heard, or something like that. Okay, so it's kind of like, I don't mind speaking to you, but I don't want you to see me, kind of like that sort of thing. Like, I don't mind speaking, but I don't. And a lot of tarot card readers also do this. Majority of tarot card readers, they all have like their hands on things, but you've never seen their face. Like, you've never seen them. Okay, so I don't know, people like Varouche and people like that, and I don't know, people, just a lot of tarot card readers. Majority of them, you only really see their hands, right? So I don't know what this is involving to do with around, I've seen your hands but not your face, or I've seen your face but not your hands. So it's got to be a picture, or it's got to be some sort of like weird shit, I don't know, but it's up in your reading. Now, if anybody out there is getting a little bit, like I said, this is my job. I do my job. If the message is there, you get it, right? But it's kind of like that, of like this, I don't know, where people are falling in love with people's icons. And I've seen it all up in the chat, everybody. But like, it's like that, I fell in love with your picture, but I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen you, but I haven't seen you. Like something that's very transparent. Like, I've seen you, but I haven't seen you. Okay, so the only message I can get from that is the fact that you've seen someone's icon but you haven't seen their face, or you've seen their icon of their face but you don't know if their face is really their face. So do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got no idea what this message is for you. If it's relating to you, it's relating to you. Okay, because these messages have been coming up. If you follow me through numerology, numerology is more important than star signs. Okay, but it's not even numerology. It's just the number that really counts. Okay, because you're looking for it anywhere. So you've kind of got this where some of you where you've known this person before, like say it's a friend or something, like, I don't know. It's kind of like this, I don't know if you're a friend or if you're a lover, and it's something to do around Gemini. And I don't know if you're a friend or a lover, but if you're a lover and I haven't seen you, then I don't know whether I can say that we can be friends or lovers. And this came up around Pisces last month when I was doing the month, I don't know, could be the last part, I don't know, channeled wise. And it was something around, how can we be lovers if we can't be friends? And how can we be friends if we can't be lovers? Right. So it's kind of like this, I don't know if we are friends or if we are lovers. I just don't know. Like, I can't give you an answer because I've probably not even met this person in the future. Like, it could be a new energy that I'm picking up and you haven't actually met them. Okay. Them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Okay. Michelle. But it's kind of like this tempting but don't know kind of feeling is all I can really do, because your message isn't really anything of substance as what I can pick up as a known energy. It is, that's what I'm saying, it's a known energy, but it's an unknown person, right? The unknown soldier. So it came up, so there's Biden again, something to do around Scorpio. The unknown soldier, Jim Morrison. The unknown soldier, when the war is over. When the war is over. Sorry, I'm trying to pick a message up from it. Breakfast where the news is read. So something around where the news is read. Someone's got red hair. Red hair. They're saying red herring. A red herring. So I can't think off the box what a red herring means, but that normally means, well, it's not a great analogy, is it, a red herring? Because that normally means that, I don't know, just look up the analogy of what a red herring is, but I'm sure that means something implanted of a red herring, a bit like a placebo, okay, like something that's not real. It's just appearing up that it's real, but it really isn't. It's like a placebo or a red herring. That's what they're saying, okay. So, breakfast where the news is read, television. It's something to do with the television, or it's to do with YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or something like that. Television, okay. Television, children fed. So children, okay, so children of the corn. I know people keep contacting me about, like, you know, we are not the saviours of the universe. There's nothing you can do about predictions. Okay, so we're not the saviours of the world. Okay, you might have predictions and stuff like that. You cannot take a bunch of numbers and run to the police and say, look, I've followed all of these tracks of these numbers and I've followed them all everywhere like that, and pretty much, and I've came up with this, like, this is going to happen with this snapshot of something that led to all these numbers to a number. They would just think you're batshit crazy. So there's nothing you can do. If the world's going to end, the world is going to end. Okay, we are not here to save people, unfortunately. Well, good if you want to go to the fucking state governor and say, listen, listen Biden, or listen whatever, we're all spiritual, right? I don't know, unless this is a message that's coming up for you that's been sending, like I said, to public reports of, like, you know, the prediction that I made. But the thing is with predictions, guys, they happen. A prediction is inevitable to stop. It's a prediction. I've predicted so many things since over the age of 15. So the age of 16, I would look at it as, but like 7. Okay, but like from the age of 15, that I've noticed so many times that every time I've come up with a prediction, there has been literally nothing that you can do to stop it. Literally nothing. You can't do anything, right? There is literally nothing. You can predict it as a prediction, but that's not always what Spirit asks you to do. We're giving you a prediction to be able to, like, stop what's going to happen, because you can't. Like I said, the only way that anything is to, like I said, if Biden, for instance, got a hold of the last readings and the last 2 readings that I did for you, he's not going to suddenly say, okay, right, I've got this info, I really need to be able to stop all what has already happened, and the wheels have already set in motion. You know, when you set a wheel of karma in motion, it's inevitable that it's going to happen. Okay, so it is. You've got 1 month. Mark my words, you can't stop it. Okay, so it's all set in motion. There's been plans already. So there you go. There's already plans to do this. It's already going ahead. Dead. Sorry, Fred, dead in a bed, dead. You're dealing with a Scorpio. Something to do with Freddy's nightmare. Something to do with nightmares that you might be having, or some kind of like spiritual awakening. But you need to get to grips with reality when you're having those. Yeah, so yeah, still same message as before. Mark my words, you've probably got less than a month or a month. So sort out all your affairs and you're out. Okay, that might be someone that's kicked out the house, kicked out the home, kicked out of a relationship, or I don't know, 1 month. Something to do with 1 month again. 1 month. So anyway, let's skip those messages because I'm not going to get into all of that again because we've already done that. So yeah, your main message is here, Capricorn. I don't know. It's a lot about these unknown soldier energies, which is basically the unknown soldier, the unknown spirit, the unknown. Just I don't know. All I can see is like an icon of someone that you just like. I don't know. Just like a hieroglyphic thing. Like I don't know. Just like transparent. I can see you. I can see straight through you. I know what you want. I know what you feel, but I don't know you. I don't know. Some sort of like weird stuff, right? But like I said, always has to be face-to-face verbal communication to be able to know who the person is. Okay, you're all old enough to know the dangers of when you don't, right? So it's something like that. Danger Mouse, Penfold. So that would be David, Jason, Dave, anybody beginning with D, Danielle, Dan, Jason, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, all up in here as well. Danger, they keep saying Danger. Fife Dangerfield, one of my favourite artists. Something to do with an artist, music artist or something. Danger. You see, a lot of you you're still trying to, I'm going to say it, I mean, some of you keep trying to get in with artists, like I'm trying to get in with an important artist, right? Like a music artist or something, I don't know. But they keep saying danger, like danger mouse. Someone that's got glasses. Someone that wears glasses all of the time. They're saying danger around the person. Sorry if you wear fucking glasses. But they're saying danger is around the person that wears glasses. Glass. Breaking glass. So that's Wuthering Heights. Was it? No. Breaking glass. Oh, I don't know. What are you trying to say? Danger. Fields. Danger in the field. On the danger field. It's a bit like a minefield, okay? Like a minefield, because I keep picking up danger is on the field of mines. Simple mines. Danger on the field, mind. Mind yourself that you don't stand in a trap. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Mouse trap. Be careful of the minefield that you don't step on. Like a trap, like you don't fall into a trap. Okay, so what they're saying, like, there's this, be careful you don't stand on a minefield, on a explosion. And be careful that, this might have something to do with any of you where you've got loved ones that are in the military. Okay, Miller, the name Miller. Ella, Ella. A minefield. What is that? Minefield. I don't know if anybody is like at war, because I'm kind of, the signal's kind of getting a little bit. A minefield. Danger. Be careful you don't walk into a trap. Don't you open that trap door. Don't open the door because it's a trap. Does that mean anything to you? Unless you're doing what I'm doing. DAW. And you're like making trap music and stuff like that. which is where I do angel radio and all this goddamn equipment. But don't open the trap door. So is it something to do with the seller or Sal, the name Sally or Sarah, but don't, or Steve, but don't open that trap door. Don't open the door. Okay, I'm hearing whatever you do, don't open the door. Really? Whatever you do, do not open the door. Well, to me, I would look that as a DAW. So whatever you do, don't open that door. Larry, Grayson, Grace, the name Grace. Whatever you do, don't open that door. Because I'm hearing, ooh, shut that door. So don't open the door. So unless any of you are in fear of your life or something, and you're like, don't open that door. Whatever you do, if they come banging on this door, don't you open that door. Okay. So I don't know what that is for any of you out there where you're in fear of actually opening your door, because I'm hearing like, whatever you do, do not open the door. Like, and then, but they're also saying something to do around music. So I don't know what that is of like, whatever you do, do not open that door to a rapper or an artist or something like that. Or do not open the door. Because that would also mean a physical one. And whatever you do, do not open the door. And I'm kind of picking it up where it might be someone that's like, where someone comes banging on their door because of like, rent or something is due or something like that, or due or Dan. Unless this is your ex, this is your ex, and they're saying that whatever you do, do not open the door, because you could be involved with, I don't know, like your ex and stuff like that, and your ex comes banging on your door and you don't want to open it, right? But I can hear, and I don't know if that's a friend saying it to a friend or something like that, of someone saying whatever you do, do not open the door. But like I said, when these messages are done, I go on. So done. Something to do with Putchy. There you go, Putchy. So there's a message for you. Whatever you do, sweetheart, don't open the door. Okay? Don't open that door. Do not open that door is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing someone getting very violent. Do not open that door. I told you not to open the door, didn't I? What on earth is this fucking door? It's doing my head in now. It's making me think, do not open that door. I don't know. Is there any door that you guys are afraid of? That you're afraid of opening up that door? That you're afraid of opening up? You see, it might even be that I'm afraid of opening up, like, to a person. But it might be that I'm afraid of opening up that unknown soldier energy. That could be a message there. I think it probably is what they're also trying to get at. Is like, I don't want to open up that door of the unknown. So someone's worried, that's what I'm saying. Because that's what I said, like physical looks, it's very important also. It's very important also because you don't know. And normally when you build up a rapport after certain periods of time with someone that you've not seen or spoke to, fear starts to grow then, and then the time can go longer. And you don't know. It's pretty much like the Putchy scenario, for God's sake. I made that stupid goddamn mistake of going all the way over to Australia without actually physically doing a video call. It spoke. But the time, like I said, the time in metaphysical connections, that you can build up a rapport of someone that you end up feeling, well, fuck, we've said so much, we've done so much, blah, 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 done and Butchy. There you go. You're probably in the same fucking weird boat, right? But like, you know, it's kind of like this, we've built up all of this rapport, but you have no idea what I really am. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. You know, I was told certain things and like, I'll be blatantly honest. Spoke to family, spoke to friends. Don't you worry. When they get over here, everything's going to be absolutely fine. I'll look after him. There's no worry. And speaking to parents, speaking to friends, he'll be fine. I know he's coming all the way to Australia. Don't worry. He'll be absolutely fine. I will let nothing happen to him and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, abandoned in the middle of fucking nowhere through a lunatic. That's what I'm saying, right? My mistake is that we didn't have FaceTime. We didn't have face time to get to know. It was just rushed energy, rushed straight into it all. No, I need you to come over, I need you to come over, and crying in the background to try and get me to go over in absolute floods of tears. Oh no, you've got to come now, you've got to come now. Then started speaking to the ex before I actually turned up. Right, yeah, you're not to blame, really, Butchie? You're really not to blame in all of that, no, sweetie? Yeah, like I said, get your own channel. But, do you see, this is what I was trying to say to everybody, the dangers that can be involved with people that form connections with people on the internet. And it happens a lot, and it has with me. I'm straight up with me, because I'm emotionally intelligent, so I can build up a lot of connections. But that verbal and also physical communication to know who it is that you're dealing with is very important. It's very important. It really is. You know, and a majority of tarot card readers have all got themselves up in this fucking shit as well. You know, they have. Trust me, there's quite a lot of tarot card readers that have got themselves all wrapped up in a pause that they build up with people, of clients and things. You know, they build up communication because you build up trust, and through vulnerability you can connect onto an energy, right? So it's kind of like I said, some of you, it's around where people in the chat even, they're kind of like falling in and out of this kind of like, oh, I can't wait to be able to speak to so and so, and I've kind of got that. But it's more of this still no meeting energy, probably not even seeing people energy, and that is also here. Bruv, told you, I'm straight up honest here. So there's that. Okay, you've got this message that's to do with around do not open the trap. Do not open your trap, and I told you to keep your mouth shut. So that's people like Putchie. There's probably another complaint that I'm going to get there. Stop watching. You won't, so that's fucking fine. But you're going to keep getting the story, because I'm teaching people about the difficulties of what that is when you go over to meet a lunatic. Okay, so the lunatic obviously isn't going to see it, that they're going to blame you and say it was your fault. Right? So, like I said, when it comes to this, Putchie's been watching this fucking channel for the last 3 years, annoying herself, triggering my head of a controlling person that still to this day still keeps saying that no, none of that really happened. No, of course it didn't. You know, so it's kind of like that. Be very careful around people, because you've got no idea really what's going on up in here. That's the truth. You don't know what's going on up in here. Okay, so like I said, my experience 3 years ago took me over to Australia. Fucking worst experience of my life. I literally was running for my life. I was. Someone screaming and shouting at me as if I was like 2 years old and I'd only been there for a day. Right, and I was just sitting back like, what the fucking hell have I done? Like, why the fuck have I literally just landed here with this person? Like, I didn't say anything, didn't really do anything. Just kind of like, I was shocked. Within the first day, it was like, oh. Right, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of unknown factors about that. Loads of unknown factors. Now, you could all say, yeah, but that's going to trigger you. Well, Butchie would trigger the energy, sure, because she would do things like, watch this, okay, watch this. The name would come up, the story would come up, right, because of who she's dealing with, of trying to, with Capricorn energy, right, would watch this, trigger the energy of name, trigger the story off, make someone trigger, do this, but not be stupid enough to actually still sit there and do it and get triggered because of narcissism and control, right? So that's what I'm saying. You have to be very careful of, you know, people, like I said, you know, when you also have YouTube channels like myself. I've had connections and I've had exes, okay, that obviously know of my channel, okay, and then probably see, like when I was in my ex relationship, ex had also, like, you know, told ex and whatnot about me, obviously, and about like my channel and stuff. So you don't know who the fuck is watching in the background. You can't stop people doing that when it's internet, you know. So when you have relationships and when you build up things on this kind of thing, you're going to have a lot of unknown factors of people kind of like, man, I've got connections all over the place and I've got exes that are kind of also watching. You can end up being like me, that can end up getting frustrated, but not really frustrated, but not really giving a fuck. And then people get really annoyed by the inevitable energy of what was caused by all of these kind of connections that we get in on twin flame energies. Okay. Being spiritual. Okay. Forming connections to learn off another energy. But the trouble is when it comes to a human-based human, there are a lot of factors that play out to choose a person of reality. Because metaphysical is the non-reality self. That's the connection. It has to be formed within reality. So there has to be agreements. There has to be meeting, seeing each other, seeing each other, quite some time, blah, blah, blah. We know each other, getting to know each other. But then you also have to see each other to be able to pick each other. Okay. So you've got all of those very strange, weird messages that are here, but so I don't know. This could be relationship based. It could be fear of the unknown. Okay, it could be fear of like wanting a connection, but I don't know. It can be fear of clients and stuff like that, and like I don't know. It's just those kind of messages. Okay, so we're going to leave it now because it's getting a little bit old. It's getting a little bit boring. Okay, so. You see, it's also as well, it's that as well. People fear that they're too old. Okay, they're getting too old. I don't know. And, man, I mean, trust me, this is nowhere, this is why I don't go on dating websites, right? Because me, a lot of people, this is the truth, okay, they put up profile pictures, and when you do that, obviously you're going to put up your best profile picture. You're going to put up the best one you can. And you would go on to like Snapchat or Instagram or whatever it is, and you add filters and you add like, okay, I'm going to lose a few pound here. Okay, and I'm just going to lift this cheek bit here, and I'm going to make like a really great icon, and I'm going to appear up as that. Okay, and I've been in this circumstance before when I was like going on Plenty of Fish fucking years ago. I wouldn't ever go on there again because it's the worst dating website you can go on. But like even then, I was kind of like, okay, these new pictures, they're really no good. So I'm going to use a picture that was of me when I was like 21. When I was like, oh, okay, I'm 21. Okay, great. That's the best picture I ever really had. But I'm now like 45, right? So I'll put a picture up of me when I was 21, but I'm now actually 45, right? No tea, no shade to anybody, but you can do that, okay? And then when you appear up on a date, the person thinks that you're like 21, right, of this. But then when you turn up, they're not. Okay, they're not. Now, that's no shade of that, but fear can grow of like, well, that's what I thought. That there is pretty much what I thought. Okay, but no. Okay, so then it's kind of like that, well, that's really not what I was like led to believe through spiritual connections. Like, I was led to believe that you were more... Okay, but it was transparent. It was the energy of like Danny Glover, right? Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the hieroglyphic energy of feeling the hieroglyphic energy, but then physically like the manifestation of what everybody does of like, well, if I'm going to put a picture up, I've got to put up a real good one, and it has to be like Snapchat or Instagram where there's like filters and everything else. This is, you see, the trouble is on here. I'm on here every single fucking day, bruv. People know I am here. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? So what the spirit is saying is that they're kind of like these fear-based energies of like, okay, I've appeared up as a person for so long, but I've never really appeared up as my actual self. And then things have never really worked out because I've tried to hide these facts about me. And then when I realise that I do appear up on a date, the person is going to think, well, that's not... Y'all get me? That makes sense, right? That does make sense. So, well, it's in your reading, Capricorn. It's in your reading, Capricorn, Gemini, Life Path 6. Okay. So, transparency. Be careful. Because the trouble is when you do those, you end up having to break someone's heart. Maybe because you're kind of like, I'm sorry, but that's really not what's, that's kind of like, oh well, and they're not great energies to be in. That's what fear can create. You see, that's what a medium and a spiritual energy can create. It creates fear of all of those unknown factors, and then time can go on, and then you're kind of like, man, more fear is like, I know that this is inevitable, and I know that I should be doing this, but like fear grows, and then you don't, and then you don't, and then you don't. Well, that took just a while for me to like, no, right, okay, I'll fucking go over to Australia. Look what happened. The person wasn't anything like that. Wasn't anything like that at all. At all. Okay. So, be careful. So let's see. So, Capricorn. This is where everybody's gone extremely quiet. I can hear it. Everybody's gone extremely quiet going, okay. I'm sorry, I can hear it as a medium. Right? But I told you, half the time, all the time I tell the truth. And that truth that is first liked about myself, that truth that people first like, trust me, you'll soon learn to hate it. Right? You will soon learn to hate it, because, well, that's why shit happens, right? But like with other channels and stuff, but you know, never mind. But you know, that truth that sometimes appears up as people, they have a very hard time swallowing that psychedelic pill. Right? First of all, I was really attracted to the fact that you was a person that told the truth. And then when you do tell the truth after all the metaphysical comes in, nah, I don't like it now. Right? So, I don't know what this is to do with around suspicious minds and lies and being suspicious and don't know. And, I don't know. You've had it in a while. Talking smack and shit. So let's see. Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn for the first week? So, 5. The Hierophant. You are always on my mind. You're always on my mind, constantly about the relationship. I'm trying to meditate. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to chill. But it is also a 5. So relationship factors are here. Now, the trouble of disturbing energy is when I did another reading, and I can't remember because you wouldn't have seen it if you wouldn't have been on Patreon. The Hierophant in the other deck was upside down. Here, first card out. So it's relating to a number, but you'll have to be on Patreon. But none of these cards are in reverse here. Okay, but the clarification ones are... This is a new deck. So I feel, if I'm honest, is that there's a lot at stake. There's a lot at stake. Definitely if someone is already married, okay, the trust has already been broken. They're already married, but a choice has to be made. Because if you've already broken the trust and someone already is married, I feel that this person could well be tempted to step outside of the borders, which is what you do. You see, you could blame, spiritual wise, you could blame a spiritual person for being in a marriage that has a connection with another person. And it happens all of the time. People that are spiritual. It's because you have a spiritual job to do. When you're spiritual, you crave spiritual connection. That's what you do. That's what your soul does. Crave spiritual connection. And sometimes when people are married, you can get a little bit like complexed. You can be a little bit like, I really want more. Like I have this feeling of wanting more, that something's going to happen, that I want more. Okay, I need more. It's your soul cry, right? Your soul is crying out for a connection of a relationship, but also a connection of something that would be very spiritual. Okay, because if you're not married here, you're craving something more than what you already have. Because if you're watching this and you're like, you know what, I'm married happily, have been for a long time, fucking brilliant, bruv. Congratulations. Okay, but if you're not, then you are craving for something of another energy outside of the Hierophant. Okay, outside of it. Because I need to step outside of myself in order to be able to find myself. And it feels like I truly can't find where I belong without being able to step outside of this relationship. Without being able to step outside of myself to discover what I really feel inside of a discovery of something spiritual, of a connection. There's no way that I'm going to be able to do that if I'm married. So if I am married and I have a commitment already, but I also have that soul connection of a calling towards something more, that's where you find yourselves in a slight predicament here. Okay, because it would take great understanding. But the last reading was about the hand that rocked the cradle. The hand that rocked the cradle. And it was to do with around somebody sleeping with another person whilst already in a relationship and whilst already married, and then pretty much breaking the trust of that afterwards. Okay. To regain trust that is broken outside of an agreement of being married, later on a person can agree and say, yeah, like, you know what, it is what it is, let's work on it. But normally that won't last too long before someone starts to really want to do that again, maybe, and then addicted to doing it again because of the soul cry of one of the people in the relationship. You don't just get fucking one. That's why I said you don't get one soulmate, you don't get one twin flame. You never really meet your full potential of partner. Okay, you just go through them spiritually to get to that person. I've never got there, and I've been like this way since I was 15. Right, and I've never got there, so I can't actually be a person to tell you that you do get there. Okay, but what I can tell you is why I'm picking up through your message is that someone is trying to reach out to have more than what they already have, because they have a spiritual connection outside of this connection of a relationship. They might be trying to find a good relationship partner that suits them, but for the majority of you, this is a person that's already in that commitment, married already. Okay, so it's kind of under that unknown soldier, right? I can't tell my husband or my wife what my thoughts and feelings truly are towards them, because they mean so much to me, but I also have a mission, and that's why that will end up failing as a marriage in the end. Okay, because to be able to get someone that's fine with you just gallivanting off in the country, in the world, anywhere that you like, okay, whilst married, is a difficult energy to be able to do that, right? Even like where you start to do it secretly, I don't know, it's not no one's fault, that's what I'm saying. It's the person of a spiritual calling that has that urge. Okay, so, but if you are the guys that are watching and you're like, well, yeah, because I am married and that is my wife and that is my husband that goes out and does all of that. You see the transparency of like some of you guys that are saying, yeah, compared to the person that is, say, a male energy is going, yeah. Right? Anyway, don't know where that came from. Married, in a relationship, successful, working well, work going good. Because I'm working out. I'm also hearing some of you are working out like myself. Going to the gym, Jolene, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, but going to the gym, okay. And some of you are trying to work it out with your husband or wife, okay. Let's see, Capricorn, Sun, rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, first week. Three of Pentacles, there you go. So there is that dilemma, because the same cards are coming out as they have through the numerology readings. So, like I said, you've got two contrasts here. It's up to you. You're either working on the relationship that you're in already, but you're already in something already. Like I said, you're in that Three of Pentacles, right? You're in that studying, learning energy. You're in the empath energy. You're in that progression of a relationship that's inbound, okay, but it's also bound to happen. Like I said, you can't stop spiritual connections. It's not put together by yourself. It has to be agreed upon. It's put together by spirit, but you both have to agree upon that, okay? Which means verbal, physical communication, verbal, physical, face-to-face communication, okay? Because you can live right up in the metaphysics for a while, and my guarantee reaction to you is that that can be dangerous, okay? So I need to think a little bit or so. But some of you here, equivotably married, great relationship, working well, pulling in finances together. Okay. You're crafting something and you're working day in and day out, okay, as a perfectionist. You really could be dealing with like an Aquarian maybe, okay. But that trine energy is there. Tron. I'm also picking up electron or Electra. Electric Avenue. Electric Boogaloo. But obviously I'm not going to be able to tell you more until we clarify, but let's see. Now if you're kind of like watching this and you're like, no, that's because this other person is, like I said, you could be watching it and it's kind of like this person's already married, this person's already in a strong marriage, right? Here. Capricorn. That's why a lot of people, and I get like 25 dislikes on a Capricorn reading, it's because people cross-watch for the energy of the person that's already married and they get fucking really annoyed. You know, they get really annoyed because they watch for their person. But Capricorn from the first. So, Knight of Wands. So, a very sexual, like it's like this need, really. A Knight of Wands is this warm feeling that you get when connecting with a soulmate, with a twin flame energy, or with a person. It's very erotic, okay, it's very erotic. So the Knight of Wands is like fast sexual action in some kind, okay. But every action needs a reaction to the action that's caused, okay. So there's verbal communication here, but there also needs to be visual clarification. So you don't lead this Three of Pentacles into more of the Knight of Wands of a spiritual one. Because this is very warm and it's inviting, sure. Okay, and it's an invite to go somewhere as well, is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm going to invite you over. So, like I said, if you are in something, you're inviting someone over. You're inviting someone in, okay? An invitation to go into a strong commitment of a relationship. If not, you're in one, you're just asking your person to come and visit. If not, they're with you and you've got kids. Children, okay? Children together, you've got kids. And, but I'm also hearing that I'm inviting this person in as well, you see. Throw your keys in the bowl, okay? But like, I'm definitely hearing, well, I'm already in this, but I'm also curious about inviting this person in as well, okay? So there might be like invitations that are going out in order to travel and go out and, you know, can we go out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but can I invite my friend as well? Can I bring my friend in on this and we'll both do it? Right? Or because I keep hearing, can I invite them in as well? So, I mean, it could be a birthday party, it could be fucking anything like that, but metaphysical sexual connection, I'm hearing, okay, well, I've already got this, but can we invite this person? Right? So birthdays would be, I think, Libra, okay. Invitation. I'm going to give you some of you are writing invitations, like you've got something going and you're writing out invitations. I'm also hearing congratulations as well, like a Medal of Honor. Some of you play Facebook. Some of you play with someone on Facebook. Right, but some of you play with like Xbox, PlayStation, Medal of Honor, or something like that. A medal. Congratulational Medal of Honor. Congratulations, a Medal of Honor. You deserve a medal. Someone's a runner, an Olympic runner here, because I keep hearing like I'm going for a gold medal, like an Olympic runner, someone that does marathons and things, runs. If not, it's just a ellipticycle runner thing, you know. Someone's training here, or teacher training a person. Well, that's why I do Skype, for training, okay. But that costs, okay. But yeah, something to do with training. I need physical coaching and training. But all Capricorn, sorry Cappies, but all of you, you know, every Capricorn I've ever known to man is a life coach, right? Yeah. Some of you are doing rituals and that ain't going to help. Some of you are doing rituals, that's what I'm saying, because I keep looking at this Three of Pentacles here. Like I said, the more you keep trying to do a ritual to get rid of your karma, you can't get rid of metaphysics. Metaphysics is things that are unequivocally known to man as your karma. So you can't avoid personal growth. So you can do anything you like. I tell you through wisdom because I've done it for fucking years on end. Nothing that you can do, we went through this in the live. You can do loads of, I'm going to like do a reading and I'm going to spend an hour lighting all my candles that I've spent £1,000 on, all of my fucking incense, and get it all smoking up on everywhere, and do all of the lights are low and all of the candles everywhere. Fucking absolute load of bollocks, bruv, in my eyes. It's fucking, it don't do anything. It never has to me. Like I said, if you can do all of that, but it doesn't help my gift. It doesn't change my gift. It's all written in my stars. It's all written in my placements to say it. But when it comes to all of this ritual bathing shit, you have to look the fact that what it is. It says ritual. Praising the fucking, praise yourself. Give yourself a pat on the fucking back. But you'll believe in what you want, but there is something here around rituals, okay? All I'm saying to you, the best ritual you can ever do is your own. Literally just have to tell yourself, that's it, your mind. If you put anything dark in your mind to make you want to get rid of something, you're just thinking negative shit. You're just thinking negative thoughts. I need to do all of this to get rid of this, right? Energy. I need to bring it all up to get rid of it, think of it, get rid of it, right? But what you need is positivity. That's all really that you need to do, is just think positive thoughts all of the time, okay? So the only way you can ever really do that is what I do. I go to the gym, I do an hour all at the gym, and every minute through that hour nearly, I just say to myself, I am fit, I am strong, I am lean, okay? I am independent, I am rich, I am loved, I am strong, I am independent, okay? I am fit, I am ripped, I am muscly, just all of the I am energies are just basically what I tell myself over and over and over and over and over, like a record player. That's all I do, okay? Yeah, and I do that as soon as like I said, the gym is great because you can go, okay, and you can do your workout and everything else, and then you can repetitively basically just go over all of the whatever it is that you're doing. I am full of energy. I am really enjoying myself. I am really loving the gym. I am so full of energy. I am energy. I am strong. I am independent. I am loved. I am wanted. I am friendly. Okay, before you know it, you're just going to be showing yourself up as a very friendly person. You're going to feel great. And then you're going to be like, you're right. How you doing? Right? But like I said, I don't know. This message really is just me babbling. One more card. Sorry, I've got 2 other readings to do today as well. Yeah. The Tower. Someone's definitely got the hot rods for someone here. Hot rod. Rodney? You alright, Rodders? Dave? They're phallically doing things. Here. We've got the hots for someone. Right, let's think. Capricorn. One more card, please, for Capricorn. 8 of Cups. See, like I said, it's that unknown soldier. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I don't know whether you're coming over here or whether you're going over there. Is there a possibility of I really don't know, because you keep walking off from me spiritually. Well, right? Because there's a lot of spiritual stuff here. You keep going outside of the relationship, wandering off that you feel as if you want more. It's kind of I don't know if I'm 100% satisfied in this relationship. I don't know if I'm 100% committed to this Hierophant energy. And because I'm not, I'm very curious about something else in my life. I need something else. I just don't feel satisfied. Well, that's the pull towards dying. That's the pull towards Dionysus, right? Or Diane, or D. But that's the pull towards the end of time is 8, right? very curious Leo Aquarian energies, sexually, physically and mentally, okay, is an 8, is because it can require more, okay, it can be very sexual kind of stuff here. But what tempts me to go outside of this is that I don't know if this is truly, because like I said, when people are married, because like I said, you can be cross-watching this, but you're going to have to listen up, because it might hurt also. But you see, the trouble is when people are married and have children, they do that day in and day out, so they get used to that security, right? They get used to that security, but what they actually feel is insecure, because they feel like, well, I've been tied down for so long and all of the money and all of the commitment and everything else is great and I have children, right? But is that truly what I want? Because I have a sexual desire that I actually want more, okay? More. Because you would, because you're empathic. Empaths crave sexual meetings. They crave energy. It's a spiritual person, okay? Needs topping up with another person's energy. So it desires connection. So what you've got here for a lot of you, or cross-watchers, is someone that you know of or meeting or maybe talking to is from somebody from the past or somebody from that is already married here, going towards someone else to make a connection. Okay, this person could have children, They could have like an ex-husband. Like I said, this could be a divorcee. This person could be thinking about leaving their husband or wife. Okay. And that is where they're headed, towards someone new or a person that you know of. Okay. But that's the message I'm picking up for you, is more of a they are. Okay. Instead of you are. Right. So that's a message for somebody. You're not, they are. Right. J.R. Hartley. Okay. J.R. Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen, J.R. Who shot the sheriff? Who shot J.R.? Bobby. Bobby. Rob? Bob? Robin? But anyway, yeah, curious about wanting to go somewhere. If you're married and it's all great, you're just thinking about where can we go out. Simple message. I'm married, we're working on it, we have children, everything is great, we're just making plans to go abroad. We're just making plans to go fucking shopping, bruv. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're making plans to do together. Okay. But you're making them all the same. Okay. So we'll see the turn up of it. Can't really give you a full amount extended of time, but whatever comes up, if you're part of Patron and the full access bundle, you will get to know and see more as we go through with different decks, different readings throughout the month. This one is a part of many more that do come out through the month, but they only go to the full access bundle. If you are not a member and you want to become one, you can follow the link. Okay, and it will tell you all about it, but you want the full access bundle mainly. If you are a member, then obviously you know, don't follow the link, follow the app. Download the app, follow Patreon to the reading, because there's complications with people that are following the link that have already joined and don't know why they're having difficulties, because you need the app. Okay, so if you want to join, video explains it all below. There are plenty of links for personal readings, contacts with emails and stuff. You just have to send me it first and say, hello Steve, I'm inquiring about something, can you talk to me and let me know? Okay, and then I can reply. But you don't have to give me a descriptive energy of everything first and then ask how much. Just ask for the template, how much, and then we can go from there, right? If it's personal readings and stuff. Okay. Thanks very much, Capricorn, or Gemini, or Sixes, anywhere. And I will see you over there.